Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on Farming Simulator 25. The field we've got drilled down there just needs a bit of weeding by the looks of it. There's a few weeds coming through, so we'll start off by getting the weeder on and getting those removed, and then we'll have a look at what else needs doing. There is our soybean field actually that must be nearly ready by now. I don't think it's quite ready yet. I think it'll be November, which is extremely late in the year actually for harvesting, but that's when it's going to be ready by the looks of things. So we'll be doing that next month. But there might be some contracts to do. I think there are other fields of soybeans around, so maybe they need to be harvested and we could help with that. I would also like, if possible, to buy another field and get it drilled with grass, because then we'll have a supply of grass if we need it for our goats. But yeah, the money's not quite there yet. We need about 140,000 realistically to be able to afford to buy another field. And of course, we have already got a loan as well, which I'd rather not extend if I can help it. I might end up having to buy or extend the loan a bit more, but I'm going to try and avoid doing too much loan borrowing, because it tends to, well, I don't like the feeling of it, and it tends to cost us more money as well, because there's obviously a loan interest every day as well. I think we should probably put the lines on here, steering assistance. That'll make life a bit easier. So I'll just get on with weeding this field, and then we'll have a look at what other jobs we can get done today. So we've got that quick job weeding done there in our field, and I'm now looking at the contracts, and it looks like there is a soybean harvest contract with John Deere combine, so we'll have to borrow that really. We could do it with our own combine, but it's going to take a while. It's probably better to use the borrowed one, I think, and it will give us an opportunity to try out the John Deere, so we'll borrow that and go and collect that from the shop. Here we are. And the other reason I'm doing a soybean contract is obviously because we have our own crop of soybeans. We might be able to save some of these back and then sell them with ours, put them into storage with our soybeans once we've harvested those, and then sell them all together, which should make us a little bit of extra money at the time when the price is good. Usually I do end up accidentally selling a few from the contract just before it gets finished, but it'd be nice to try and save as many as possible. So which field are we going to? 35, so it's not too far. I'm going to try and risk not putting it on the trailer probably, although there's a few bits of traffic around, cars and stuff, so I'll have to be careful, but it's not too far to go, so I think we should get away with this, hopefully. If something does come the other way I can always just pull in, but it's not far, it's only here. We'll get the combine unfolded. This is the field, so there's a rock there. Didn't see that. Yeah, we'll get started then. We'll start the combine up, lower it down, and we'll start harvesting some soybeans. This is the first time I've harvested soybeans in Farming Simulator 25, so I'll just have a quick look at them. They do look different, I think. They definitely have changed the crop textures. Looks a lot different to in FS25. Looks like the weeds have been sprayed off in this field as well, which is nice. That means we will get a slightly better yield, which also means we'll get a bit more at the end of it, hopefully. So yeah, that's what the soybean crop looks like. I think it is an improvement. No straw on this crop, but obviously being a contractor, we're not going to get the straw anyway, unless the mod comes out again that we had in FS25 that allowed us to save the straw back on the contracts and sell that, which was a very useful mod and made doing the harvesting contracts a lot more profitable, because we got, not only did we get a little bit back for the crop, leftovers of the crop, but we also could sell all the straw. So if that mod comes again for FS25, I will definitely be downloading it, because that was a nice mod to have. Anyway, I think I'll get on now with harvesting these soybeans on a time lapse, and I'll come back to you in a bit.
Under the trees, I found a box of blackberries.
Here we are then, back at the yard, and we're going to tip the last little bit of soybeans at our own silo. Not a lot of them at all, but it's a little bit of extra money that we'll get when we come to sell it at the best price. Now the best price for, well, the road's busy. Yeah, best price for soybeans is in June, 3,500. We're currently down here at October, which is 1,800, so it's not the worst it gets, but it's not great. So we'll definitely be waiting until June, I think, to sell those soybeans and get the maximum possible amount for them. But yeah, I've just tipped them out, so we can now return that contract. So we'll go on to here, completed, and collect. There we go. Which brings us to 110,800, and that is mainly thanks to the fact that I picked up that collectible. The few that's just seen in the time lapse there, I thought there was like an obvious place where there should be a collectible on that sort of dam area. Under the road section of it, there was a collectible. I had no idea that was there, but I just thought it looked like the sort of place where you might find one, and sure enough there was one in there, so that's brilliant. I think I've also seen a few comments about people telling me about other locations. I've already got a lot of them, I think, that people have mentioned, but there are a few which I haven't. Well, obviously there's quite a lot that I haven't got, but a few people have mentioned areas where there are ones that I haven't got. One of them that I remember reading was on the railway track, on the train track here, somewhere along that length. So I wonder if it's worth just having a a wander along there and looking for it. I'm not sure exactly which section it's on, but somewhere between the two stations, in the middle, I think. I haven't seen it myself, but people have mentioned in my comment section that there was one on there, so it's probably worth having a run down the track. And sounds a very dangerous thing to do, but yeah, having a run down the railway track and seeing if we can find it. It may take some time to get it all the way down along there, so I might just jump cut until I do find it, because it's pretty boring just wandering along the track at this speed looking for a collectible. I'm not sure exactly whereabouts it is or which side it's on, but I'm sure I must find it if I go along the whole length of the line, and eventually I must come across something. I must admit I didn't see it when I was driving the train along here, but apparently it was there. So it's obviously not in a very obvious place. It can't be right in the middle or anything, but I'm guessing it'll be on the side somewhere. Hopefully it's not underneath, because I'm not going to see it up here, but I believe it is along here somewhere. So I might just quickly jump cut until I do find it, and then I'll come back to you and we'll pick it up together. Oh, that didn't take too long, that was literally about a second. As soon as I stopped recording I came across it. So there it is. So it's next to this electrical box. Something I would guess to do with the signalling or track monitoring or something, I don't know. But anyway, we'll pick that up. So there's 13 more to collect. But that is nice to have, and that is 120,800 now in the bank. I believe there's only one along here, but you never know, there might be more, but I haven't heard about more than one, so I think we'll probably leave it for now. If there are more on the track, let me know, but I don't think there are. Right, so we'll tab back again to the yard. So that's 2 collectibles today, not bad. You never know, we might find another one, but probably not too likely. Right, so what can we do now? I think the goat should be okay. Well, we've got another load of planks here, we can get them loaded up. We'll leave the front loader back on to lift those. So we'll get that on, and then we'll load up those planks. I think they're planks or beams, I'm not sure which. The honey pallet is still filling up slowly. I'm amazed how slow that is. Obviously the more beehives you have, the faster that will fill up. Right, let's try and get this front loader on. There we go. But yeah, I've got 2 beehives, and it's only filled up that much ever since I started the series, which is quite a long time ago now. Quite a few episodes ago anyway. So I'm surprised we haven't got at least a full pallet yet, but I'm sure it will get there eventually. I don't know why they've removed the bigger beehives. I think that's a bit strange. They seem to have removed a lot, actually. So yeah, these are long planks. So I suppose we'll get these on the trailer. The trailer side needs to go down. I'll put the lorry on it, and then we'll drop the side of the trailer down to make it easier to load. And then we'll get those on. Doesn't look like there's anything else spawning yet from the sawmill. Probably could do with a few more trees in there as well. We haven't cut any trees for a while. Need to keep it topped up with wood, with trees. So that side that's come down, so we'll go around this side and we'll get these planks on board. But there's not a lot of point taking one load of planks all the way to the temple. It's a long way to go, so we'll just load it up for now, and we'll leave it until we get a bit more to take. Get that on the trailer ready to go. Push it all the way across, leave enough space for some more stuff to go on. There we go. Might as well throw a strap over it as well. Make sure it doesn't fall over or fall out of the trailer. You never know, it might glitch or something, but who knows. Anyway, right, so I wonder if we should try and buy some more land. I don't know, I feel like we need more land. It really doesn't feel like we have enough land here. Especially now we've lost the paddy field for the goats. But I think the goats will make us more money than the field will overall. But yeah, we've lost a field now, so we've only got really 3 arable fields and 2 rice fields now, and they're all fairly small. So yeah, the field I've got my eye on kind of is field 6, because we can virtually almost afford that. But there are other fields around which we could possibly afford. Yeah, field 32 we can nearly afford. We're only 11,000 off that one, and that one's just slightly more, but field 6. Field 49 for some reason is more expensive, even though it's smaller. I think we're buying a lot of the, well, wasteland behind it, which I wouldn't really want. 24 we can afford as well. Nearly. Well, I say we can afford. We can nearly afford it. We can't actually afford any of them at the moment, but we are nearly there. It would be nice to have one with a few trees though. That's a good one, but that's almost 200,000. We're way off affording that, but that's got trees. Oh, there is this small forest area though behind the farm which has trees, and that is only 71,000. We can afford that. But do I want to just be buying trees? It'd be nice to have a field with it. Wow. No, we can't afford that one. Oh, it's annoying. I wish the fields were just slightly cheaper. I do feel that for 5.5 acres, I think 133,000 for farmland is quite a lot. I don't know what the price of farmland is in Asia, but certainly in the UK that would be considered quite expensive for just a farmer's field, you know, farm arable field. That's the sort of price you pay for domestic land, probably more. Maybe a bit cheap for domestic land, but yeah, it's without any planning permission on it or anything, I would say that's a lot for farmland. But that's just my thoughts. I would say a more realistic price for that would probably be around about 80 to 90,000 for 5 acres of arable field. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we can't quite afford it, so I can either extend the loan or wait a bit longer, or get some more stuff sold, or do more contracts, of course. There are contracts, of course, to do with loads of contracts. That one's not too far away. It's a fertiliser spreading contract. It wouldn't pay for the field though, not quite. Oh, there's some harvest contracts come up. Corn harvesting. We have just done a corn harvest, a wheat harvest, or soybean harvest it was, wasn't it? There's some hoeing contracts. Well, we could do that and use the same machine for both. Let's do that. If we do both of them, we should we take both of them, we'll just accept that one. Now we should have 2 active contracts, yes, so we can probably get the help of doing that, I should think. There it is. So yeah, we've only borrowed one lot of equipment, but we can use it on both the contracts. So I'll get this started, probably get a helper to do it though, and see how that goes. So I'll get over to the field and we'll get the helper set up. So here we are at the first field of the 2 we've got to do. I think I will get the helper to do this, probably. I think it works quite well having a big contract going in the background with the helper working on it. So we'll, if it works, of course, if it will do it, we'll hire a helper. I'm guessing it's going to do the up and down first, yeah. It's fine, it doesn't really matter which way it does it really, as long as it gets it all done. So we'll leave that to do its thing, I think. That's good. And while that happens, what shall we do? Well, we've got some mushroom pallets to load, so we'll probably load those up and put them on the trailer as well. Obviously they'll be going to a different location, but they can still all go in one trip to make it more worthwhile. Got quite a few to load, so I'll get on with that now. So I just put a few more pallets loaded up onto the trailer, and also got some more wood and put that into the sawmill, so we're nearly full again on the sawmill, 90% full, and that'll keep that running. I believe the contract is nearly finished as well, or it is finished. Oh, it's just completed, that's good timing. So we can go and fetch this tractor and take it to the next field. So we've got field 41 to do next with the same machine, so we'll head over there and we'll get the helper going on that, although I think it's probably nearly the end of this video, so we won't finish that today. I think what I'll get the helper started. It will continue next time anyway automatically, so I'll just get it set up, and then next time it'll work in that field, and then we can turn in both the contracts, and that should almost be enough then to buy a new field, hopefully. Where are we going? I don't actually know. Oh, 41 is that way. Yeah, not too far. Right, so I'll just head over to field 41. We'll get the helper set up on the last hoeing contract, and then we'll finish the video there. Here we are at field 41, so we'll get this unfolded and set the helper off going in this one. And then we can get this one finished off in the early part of next episode, and hopefully if it all works. And then, yeah, like I say, we'll get quite a bit of money for these two. It should bring us up to about 130,000 roughly, a bit over, which will be enough to buy those, or any of those cheaper fields that we've got around us at the moment. So yeah, off the helper goes with this. So yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.